I just built the Paystack MCP server. Let me show you how you can set it up and use it in Claude, Cursor, or wherever you use your AI. So Paystack allows you to receive payment. Wonderful product, wonderful service. I have it currently on my GitHub. Right now it's private, but by the time you're seeing this video, obviously it's going to be public. And what you can do right now is you can manage products, customer stuff, transactions. You can do a bunch of stuff with that. And then a little bit of miscellaneous stuff, just list banks and countries and all that stuff. But it works with your setup. And the different ways you can use this: Claude, Goose, CLI, Cursor. You can even use it via Docker. At some point, the way to integrate this stuff are the same, but in case you want, this is your first time, I separated them so that they are more clearer for you to use. The first step is actually get your Paystack secret key, because it's an important part of making sure that whatever we're doing here talks to your own setup, your own store, your integration. So you need to grab that. And we're going to see how we use Smidery and connect it to Cursor. And I'm using Smidery because I found out that it's actually quite simple, and it gives you an environment to play with this even in the browser if you don't want to have this on your lap or your machine. So go to this link right here. That will take you to the Paystack Smidery page. I just created this, and we have a bunch of tools here. This is a playground. If you want to explore more, definitely have fun. But the most important thing here is this area where you have to put in your secret key. So you need to grab your secret key and paste it in here. And of course, to get your secret key, you have to go to your Paystack dashboard. I'm using the test environment, so I'm going to grab this test secret key. I have copied this to my clipboard, then head on over here and paste this, and then click on connect. Once you click on connect, you'll be shown a command that you can run in your terminal. And then I've done a little bit of like abstraction, handling the Paystack secret key for you so that you don't have that lying around. But this is also very sensitive, but they're managing your secret key internally. So you can choose whichever client you want to use. For this example, I'm just going to set it up in Cursor. You can choose Claude or whichever one suits you. I want to use Cursor, so I'm just going to copy this, and then I'll open my terminal and then run this command. In my terminal, I'm just going to paste the code, hit enter, and that will automatically open the Cursor config for MCP and insert the appropriate command setup script in the JSON object. If you've done this before, you know what I'm saying. If you've not done it, you don't need to worry about it. And now I can open Cursor, and I would see just zoom this in and break this away. I will see the Paystack MCP has been set up. We now have a Smidery, CLI, Core Summons, Paystack MCP. Everything is well configured. And don't worry about this other one. That is if you're using the Docker option. I was testing it out. That's why you see it here. And then if you're all these other ones are all the MCP servers that I already have installed. So for Paystack MCP, it's already connected. A good way to tell is if you see this green thing here, it means everything is good, and you can go test it out now. So I was going to collapse this, Command B should do that. Then I'm going to open my AI chat. So I can say, show me all the products in my Paystack store. And then it's realizing that it has access to a tool called list product. And then I can run this tool, and it's going to fetch all the products in my Paystack store. And this is for because I know I have Puff, 33 and Space Pastel, one project I worked on with a friend. And I can also show you that if I go to my Paystack store and go to products, you would see that Puff and everything is there. So that's it. I'm working on other MCP servers, but in the meantime, you can play around with this one. I gave you a couple prompts that you can play with. And if you want to contribute to open source, this is also going to be open source. You can also add any of this to it. And that's it. I think that's more like everything that is going on here. I kind of updated this, but I need to republish this. Yikes. Okay, that's it. That's the MCP server. I will catch back to you when I have more update. Until then, enjoy this one. Yeah. Thanks so much for your time. See you in the next one. Ciao.